right. White Sand. I have finished it. So let's talk about it. This was my first time interacting with Brandon Sanderson's work, 100% reading it, and this time with visuals. Because most of my journey has been audiobooks lately. Sometimes I'll read along. Sometimes I'll knock out a chapter real quick, like if I have some downtime. But this was my first time experiencing this through my eyeballs, primarily. And it was a ride. I really like this a lot. I thought it was really cool. I like the artwork a ton. I like the way that the magic works here, and the fact that there's a two-sided planet with light side, dark side, sand mastery was really cool. A lot of politics in this one, which is pretty neat. I like the kind of wildlife and its interaction with water. I thought that was really cool, that like there's an ocean, but then there's also like the desert, and they're kind of, yin and yang sort of stuff going on, with Taldane being, light side, dark side kind of stuff. I love that this was like obviously it was Kenton's story, but it was also Chris's story, and Chris was really cool. I'm glad that I got like a visual of her, because I've now kind of experienced her in other stories, and I just think she's really cool. It is kind of interesting now, because I just finished this like 5 minutes ago. It is interesting that the story has Chris going to Dayside to get help, because the dynasty is trying to mess with her people. And she goes through all of this as kind of like a bystander. I mean, she helps as best she can, but like she doesn't speak the language. So she's like, I'm going to get help, sees all this stuff, and then she's like, okay, I'm going to go back home now with some help. So it was, I don't know, I think that's kind of funny. The fact that the book starts with her and it ends with her, but as far as like her mission and what she's trying to do, it's just starting. I do love a crisis of faith story. I love Kenton trying to kind of figure it out for what's best for his people. I thought was pretty neat. Auric is a really cool character, but ultimately, I think I like Brandon Sanderson's work through my ears, because I did enjoy this, but also I've learned with my ADD, I can't really control it. So reading sometimes is a little tough when I have to like focus and do things, especially when I'm so busy. And this was a very different kind of experience. In the same way, I'm also interested to see how much of this I actually retain, because I had a good time. I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the characters, but it was just kind of, it was good. It was good. I really liked it. I don't think I have any interest in rereading it, but I did enjoy the story. I'm interested to see if it ties into anything later on. I mean, Chris is there, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is good. I'm very grateful for my public library, because they had this, and because of them, I was able to experience this story. It's also, another funny thing is, for me, autonomy is like this sort of boogeyman almost, because I haven't read Stormlight or Warbreaker or any of that. So it was like, I've mentioned this in the past, you think My Old 100 Lives is the bad guy, but nope, it's actually Suit. Nope, it's actually Telsin. Nope, it's actually autonomy. It's like 5 levels deep into the big bad to the big bad to the big bad is autonomy. And autonomy is also the shard for this planet. And so I'm like, ooh, I don't like autonomy, So that was kind of interesting, because autonomy is doing some pretty crazy stuff on Scadrial, but just seems to be kind of once a week charging the batteries of Taldane. So I'm interested to see how that goes from here. Yeah, so I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was cool. I liked the creatures. I liked the planet. I liked the political intrigue. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna reread it. I know that you guys have been telling me there's like a prose version coming out pretty soon. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up, if it's just the same thing of this. Like, I thought it was good, but I think this I think for me, even though I enjoyed it, I think White Sand is gonna fall victim to the same thing that Emperor's Soul and Hope of Elantris and Elantris fell for me, in that those three I read after Era 1 because I wanted to knock them out before getting to Era 2. And this is one of those ones where, like, I had to knock it out. Again, I enjoyed it. But I'm reading Warbreaker next. So I was like, okay, I got to finish this so I can get to Warbreaker. You know what I mean? So I think that had something to do with it as well. But I'm starting Warbreaker tonight. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. I don't know anything about it, but everyone else seems to love it. But yeah, so I'm starting that tonight. But that was my thoughts. White Sand, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I now have to return this to the library, because I'm going out of the country. Anyway, that's that. Next up is Warbreaker. After Warbreaker, we start the Stormlight Archives. Let's do this.